Hey guys, it's Kip from Famous by Friday Pickleball. Got a brand new paddle to review, the new ProDrive Drive Carbon. Very excited about this paddle. If you remember, I reviewed and loved the original ProDrive Drive. This is a great paddle. Had so much fun with this paddle. The only drawback to the ProDrive Drive was the grit paint on the surface. ProDrive's taken care of that. They have now used the same structure and added the T700 carbon fiber face. This should make this paddle just come to life. I am very excited to get out and hit this paddle. Structurally, it's the same as the original ProDrive Drive. It's 19 millimeters thick, 16.4 inches long by 7.6, 5.3 inch handle, 4 1/8 inch circumference. It is a little bit heavier. When you add the T700 carbon fiber face, you're going to add a little weight. So where the originals came in around 8.5, this can come in as much as 9 ounces. So the weight is going to be a little elevated, but it shouldn't affect play that much. Very excited to get out and hit this. As I talked about, that it has the same structure. This still has the polypropylene core and a Kevlar core sandwiched in between that. So it's got a 6.5 millimeter layer of polypropylene, 6 millimeter carbon, and then on the outside of it, it's got another 6.5 millimeter layer of polypropylene. So it's still got the same structure as the original ProDrive. They've just added this T700 carbon fiber face that we're all very familiar with. Should add a lot of playability to an already great paddle. All right, guys, I'm headed out to the court right now. Hope to see you there. You'll get to hit this bad boy with me, the ProDrive Drive Carbon. All right, guys, I'll be back. Come on, be better. Be better. Hey guys, back. Just spent the last couple of weeks with the new ProDrive Drive Carbon. I had very high expectations for this paddle because I love the ProDrive Drive so much, and this paddle did not disappoint. It is very similar with just minor differences. You would expect that because it's exactly the same structure as the ProDrive Drive. The only difference is the T700 carbon fiber surface. Let's bounce through the attributes real fast. The consistency's there, the accuracy is there. You would expect that from a 19mm paddle. This paddle is not going to flex at all. It's not going to bend. It is just very solid. You're going to put the ball exactly where you want to put the ball. It has power without flyers. It's very similar to the ProDrive Drive. The service numbers came out on average 1 mile an hour faster. You would kind of expect that because of the energy transfer from carbon fiber surfaces. It has nice spin, and it's going to be a more consistent spin because on the ProDrive Drive, the surface, the grip paint wore off. This is not going to wear off. Excellent depth, very solid. Defensive, it's just a great defensive paddle. Anything you put this ball in front of in the transitional area to reset or third shot or whatever, the ball's going to go back. It has just so much mass, so much plow through, and like I said, it is just so solid. That ball's going to go back exactly where you want. It's also got a very large sweet spot. You would expect that from a 19mm paddle. You can hit this ball pretty much anywhere off the surface. It's going to go exactly where you want it to. It's just a really, really solid, nice paddle. The only thing I could really find that is a concern is the weight. This came in at 8.8 ounces. That's heavy. So when you're out there, it feels a little heavy. It feels a little bulky. You have to kind of get to everything just a little bit quicker. You get used to it. After you play with it a while, you get used to the weight, you get used to the bulk. The only thing that concerns me about that, about the 8.8 ounces up to 9 ounces, a lot of us weight our paddles. The weight doesn't really bother us. We don't really mind that, but we like to, or I'll speak for myself, I like to customize it where I like the weight. I like the weight down in kind of a 7.5 position where I can be a little more headlight. There are others. Riley Newman comes to mind that likes all the weight out here at the end. But they're able to customize. Ben Johns likes it all four corners. Tyson McGuffin, he likes it kind of down here as well to make it a little more headlight. This paddle kind of lacks the ability to customize where you want the weight. The weight's already here. Now this is evenly balanced. It's not head heavy. It's not head light. But to weight this anymore to get it customized to where you like it is really going to add some weight when it starts out at 8.8 anyway. That is my only concern. Can you get used to this? Sure, I did. It's fine. But if you want to customize it a little, that's kind of going pretty heavy. Now, once again, a lot of us play with heavy paddles. It's not the end of the world. This is a concern. I'm not saying that don't buy this paddle because of. You do get used to it. All the attributes of this paddle, it's just the positive side is so great compared to this one thing. The one thing of the weight. It does take a moment to get used to, and I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you about it. It is a little heavy and it's a little bulky, but gosh, it does so many things well. I'm really anxious to hear from you guys, especially if you've hit both paddles, which one you kind of like better. If the original ProDrive, I loved it, and this one's just it just takes a little longer to get used to. The ProDrive Drive I could just get used to instantly. This one takes a little bit longer. Really like to hear what your thoughts are on this. So please hit like, please hit subscribe. As always, I will be back with more content very, very, very soon. Get out to the courts and play. ProDrive Drive Carbon. Very nice. All right, guys.